Hey, nerds, and welcome to The Gutter. This is episode 2 of season 2 of The Gutter Nerds podcast, and I put my sandaled shoe away just in time.
Wow.
My name
really?
is Steven. Yeah, I got sandals on, and people don't want to see my feet. My name is Steven. Joining me today is Twitch streamer, supposedly, and PAX Con attendee.
That's right.
CorporateCal.
Hello, that's me.
How's it going, Cal?
Good. Just, hanging out, wearing my sweet Geico gaming shirt.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, we'll get to merch in a minute. So today's show, we're going to talk about our weekend. We're going to give you a little bit of info about PAX in general, and urge you to go next time, and sort of give you some tips on the best way to do it. Also, if you guys go check out Hey Callie K stream, she did a PAX wrap-up stream earlier, and she covered a lot of ground as well. So we're not going to touch on literally everything she did, but we'll do sort of from our point of view. Let's just completely steamroll it.
That's right.
Yeah, check out Callie K's stream in her VOD, twitch.tv/Hey Callie K. So, Cal, what you been playing? Did you play anything this weekend?
I did. I played a couple games this weekend. I played a really cool VR game I'll get into later called Brass Tactics. It's super fun, super engaging in VR, which is cool and expensive. I played the new
do you remember if you played on Rift or the Vive?
I played on the Rift.
Okay.
Played on the Oculus Rift.
Go ahead.
Okay. I played the new Monster Hunter game, which was pretty exciting. The Monster Hunter World. It's a PlayStation game coming out by Capcom.
It's cross console. It is multi-console, not cross-compatible.
Okay,
but it is multi-console. It'll be on PC, Xbox One, and PS4.
Well, I played on the PlayStation.
Game Guy says freaking Geico sellout.
Hey, well, you know what? When they give me free stuff,
Calvin's angling for sponsorships.
Hey, you know what? We're trying to help ourselves out here. So you know what? maybe every once in a while we can.
Geico helps those who help themselves.
That's right.
And I'm wearing my PAX shirt. This was the merch I got this weekend. My PAX 2018.
And then I also played a game called Watam, I believe the name is. It's an Annapurna game, and it's also from the creator of Katamari Damacy. And it's a really weird game. Oh man,
that sounds cool.
Yeah, it was.
Is it a similar roly or gathery kind of thing?
It's like gathery kind of thing.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's really weird.
Hello, Hey Callie K. I was just mentioning your stream from earlier.
Oh, hello.
And yes, so it is a 2-person show tonight. Chuck is not feeling well. They came back and that con gets you. And
I was sick all day all last night.
You were?
Yeah.
And Lauren, I don't even think is back yet.
Damn.
I think she's still in San Antonio.
She's trapped.
So we got 2 of us tonight. The games that you played, what was the most exciting one?
The most exciting, for me, man, that VR game.
The VR game?
Yes.
Do you remember? Off the top of your head, do you remember what it was called? Is that the Brass Tactics one?
Yeah, Brass Tactics. That's
okay.
Right. It was really cool because first off, you put on your VR headset.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you're given your 2 controls, so you're involved, and it's a giant tabletop.
Okay.
It's like a giant tabletop game that you're playing against the computer, but you could play against an opponent. And you're dropping towers and you're building men to attack and take points on the entire tabletop that you can move around.
So it's a virtual table?
It's a virtual table that you can move and pull across.
That's
and
pretty cool.
Build your bases higher.
Yeah.
This is so much fun.
That's not a game that you would play outside of VR, but inside VR, right?
It felt like a virtual Risk.
Okay, but in VR it was cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was super fun. I would play it like over and over. And I believe that's the last game, the final round for the Omegathon as well.
That was the sort of the cross-game competition. Every year PAX has what's called an Omegathon, and you can sign up to be an Omeganaut. And it's basically you go across games from any generation and any console or PC,
right? And
you compete against the other Omeganauts to see who's the best at every game.
And
so did you watch any of the Omegathon?
I didn't get a chance to, but I know who the winner was.
Okay.
The winner was Rug Pisser, and apparently he's been coming in second place for a while, but Rug Pisser, I guess, took the...
He stopped pissing the rug.
He stopped pissing the rug.
Good for Rug Pisser.
Yes.
And
he won Brass Tactics in the finale.
The Brass Tactics was the finale.
Yes.
For us, the game, so, what we've been playing, we spent some time over the weekend playing Quiplash with Jonathan.
Cool.
And the Gutter Nerds crew. We spent time in some Fortnite. Nerdez got to play...
I got to play Fortnite.
You did?
I did. Wow.
Not impressed.
Not impressed.
Totally fine.
Just a
if
game.
it's not your thing, it's not your thing.
Nope.
Although Fortnite did have a huge update, so the map looks different. The graphics have been overhauled. Hey, Mark states, hey, Mark.
Hello,
Thank you for
Mark.
becoming an official gutter nerd. You're now entitled to sub perks. Also, Mark is one of my oldest friends. And
I know Mark.
Yeah, you know Mark.
Mark.
And created, when we had a different name, he set up that website.
That's true.
Like the webcomic and everything. So, hello, Mark.
Welcome,
good to see you.
Welcome back.
Yeah, so we played some games. I got to play Stick Fight with Game Guy and them and Jonathan and
Don't
Nerdez.
tell me that involved going outside and grabbing a bunch of sticks and chasing each other around. No. I mean, I understand what it might be.
Imagine Smash Brothers, but just more physics based and less fighty. Like more just goofy, moving your character around.
Is it really floaty?
It's a little floaty, yeah.
Okay.
It's just sort of floaty, and you move a stick figure around, and you're just sort of whacking people, grabbing guns at random, and
I think I've seen
them.
this game. I think I know what it is.
It's wobbly and weird, and it just goes.
Fun.
There's a winner every few seconds, basically.
Yeah. Are you like?
But it just goes ad nauseum. It's not competitive. It's just goofy.
And hey, Callie K.
Oh, and hey, Callie K, subscribe.
Thank you.
Thank you, Callie. That means a lot. You guys have now access to my face emote, which is essentially my selfie face. And Nerdez loves my selfie face.
Look at
there it is.
Wow.
Look at that.
That's just fancy.
Thank you so much, Callie, for the support.
I just want
and Mark.
I want a cereal made out of those.
Stevios?
Yeah, Stevios.
A little crunchy. It's the hair is crunchy.
That's right.
That's negative, says Nerdez. The Stevo and the Wolves, yeah. So Y-Wolf Senpai is another streamer, and his emote is a wolf.
Yeah.
And I was gifted a sub to his channel, so I use a series of wolves, my face, and then another series of wolves, so I'm like, caught in the den.
Wolf den, okay.
Stevios. No, because you can't, it has to be 3 syllables. Yeah. Stevios sounds like a disease. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
So, you guys that were at PAX, chime in. What games did you play this weekend, and what jazzed your pants?
I also played a card game I'd never played before down there, called Flux. That was cool.
Is there a way to do low res or no video stream? I believe you can click on the gear in the player and choose what resolution you want. If you're on mobile, I think you can choose
Don't look at me.
audio only. Someone may be able to help you with that. So we got to play games in general, and I'm going to touch on this in a minute, that I, did not balance my time correctly.
That's okay.
But the stuff at the convention, or at the expo, what got me, and I've known this before, and they've said this before, but it was this time that it finally sank in, that PAX South, each PAX has like a different kind of theme to it.
Right.
And PAX South's theme is indie games. I like indie games. I love indie games.
Yep.
But it's not the same excitement because, yes, Monster Hunter Worlds was there. But when you have a bunch of big name games like Anthem, Game Guy says he was working, wanting to see.
Right.
But wasn't there. Because you go and there are games you're looking forward to that are exciting.
But it's such a
with indie games, you have to do the research yourself. You have to go around and be like, hey, fucking show me your game.
Yep.
Which, by the way, I'm going to commend you. You don't market for shit when you're not at cons, but when you're at conventions, you're a marketing fucking pro. You're like, here's me at the HyperX booth. You tag HyperX and like blah, blah, blah. I'm like, God damn, what a fucking genius.
Well, yeah.
That's genius shit.
I mean,
you should do that all the time.
Well, all
and
right.
I should have done what you did when we were there. That was so good. That was so smart.
Well, thank you. They also try and give me free shit too, so it's like it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, you were good at the.
I didn't win anything this year.
You got free shit though.
What?
You got free shit though.
That's debatable. I didn't win anything. I didn't win any raffles. Nothing was won. Did I get free shit? Yes.
You got stuff, but you have to have taken it from someone else.
Correct.
Like it had to come with the defeat of someone
for doing something. This is like,
right.
I served a purpose. Like
right.
I was like a work drone earning its paycheck. Okay. Like it was not like you win the lottery. Woo! Like no, that
right.
didn't happen.
There was no bells and whistles.
That's right.
But so I looked around it and nothing really caught my eye. There were some things that had been out for a while.
Right.
I did want to play Monster Hunter Worlds, but the line too long.
Yeah, the line is long. We still waited about an hour and a half.
But you got to get your hands on it?
I did.
What'd you think?
It was fun. We played the hard mode,
Okay.
which was interesting. But they have you geared out, and we're
You get a geared character.
yeah,
like,
he's already
to go.
pretty geared out, and you can choose whether you want to do range, short range, heavy for your weapon, because you can change them out. But they're still fairly geared pretty high, and it was a lot of fun. Like, you're playing with a squad of 4.
Yeah.
You got your headset, and you're talking to everybody, saying what you're doing, laying traps, and chasing down some big-ass dinosaurs and just taking them down.
Did it sell you?
I can see myself playing it, yeah.
You have a maybe?
I'm a maybe.
You're mostly competitive guy.
Yeah.
So,
But if, like,
just
if you're
4-player
like,
co-op.
hey, let's get on and play some Monster Hunter, and I'd be like, all right, like, sure, cool.
I don't feel like I needed to try it because I'm already just sold on it. 4-player monster hunting, okay.
Yep.
That's all you had to say.
Yeah.
I'll pay $60 for it, even if it blows.
Yeah.
Because
right.
I'll have fun playing with
I
friends.
have fun playing with friends, absolutely.
But there were a couple things that I saw that looked interesting. There was one called, and I fucking lost the name of it, and I wish I had written it down. But it wasn't called Shadowrun, but it was like Shadow Dusk or In the Shadow or something about like nighttime or evening. What it was a 4-player deathmatch, and you choose a character, and it is top down, and you're all on the same screen.
Right.
But you only see yourself and each other's characters in the light and when lightning flashes.
Oh, I saw this game.
I
Right.
threw my pen. But so you choose a character and you choose a weapon, and each weapon behaves differently. And then you sort of hide in the house, even though everybody can see the same screen. So you can't even see your own character, until you move them into the light and try to set traps for other people. And that looked pretty cool. I didn't get a chance to play, but I watched
sneaky.
Another streamer, Adriosa, play it at sundown. Thank you, Game Guide. That's the name of it. At sundown. That looks really cool. And yeah, so Twitch streamer Adriosa, we met her. We met Data Dave, who's a Twitch partner.
Oh, wow.
And several other streamers as well. But the other game that caught my eye while I was there was called, I think, Party Hard. Party Hard 2.
Okay.
And the point of this game is to murder everyone at a party.
All right.
And so it's like a stealth tactics game where you have to kill someone, but out of sight of other people. If they see you, they'll call the cops. So
Sounds like my every other weekend.
blend into the party.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
And that was cool. Hey, Gally Alvia, welcome. And we did. We missed the Red Sixers this year. We missed you guys a lot.
Sad. I wanted some nice drinks from a backpack, but Caldane wasn't there.
No Caldane. Although Caldane was an answer on Quiplash. It said,
I heard I was involved in your Quiplash too.
what's the most, is like, what would you rename Canada? And we renamed it Caldane.
Oh, wow.
That was the winner.
That's good.
Yeah, Cal, you always make the Quiplash, whether you're there or not.
Whether I'm
You gotta
there
throw
or
some
not,
Cal in.
that's good.
And one of them was very flattering. I won't say what the specific thing was, but
I
it was
heard.
very nice.
I heard. I
It did not
laughed pretty
win.
hard.
It did not win.
It should have won. I'm just saying, it should have won.
Good, Mark. Glad the audio stream is working. I'm sorry that your internet is $1,000 a month and sucks balls.
Wow.
But he's on an island in the Pacific. Atlantic.
Hey, you're on an island.
In the
Doing
Atlantic.
better than us.
Sorry, Atlantic. Sorry. Hey, Purple Saint. Purple Saint was who I got my second Fortnite squad win with.
You know what, Purple Saint? I'm so happy you're here because he's heavy as hell in those games. So I'm glad you could carry him to victory. Thank you for taking some of the pressure away from me.
And I did play some PUBG on console. Speaking of games this weekend, I watched Game Guy get his first solo chicken dinner because we were starting to play Quiplash while we were at Jonathan's, and he was going to play with us, but he was in a PUBG match. He was in
On
the desert.
PC?
Yeah, on PC, desert map.
Nice.
And he was like, okay, let me just die, and then I will play with you guys. So he just goes complete John Wick Rambo.
He just go
just
bananas.
come around a corner, just wail into a guy. He got his chicken dinner with 8 kills. It was good. Good job, Game Guy.
How do you?
Oh, I thought you corrected me earlier when I said, okay, whatever. Not his first solo win, he says.
Well,
Whatever. But first in a while or something. So aside from the games, how was your PAX in general? What did you do?
From the get-go,
Yeah.
my PAX was great. Like from about 8:39 in the morning before the doors even opened, I had a smile on my face.
What is that?
So, Gabe, Tycho, or Mike and Jerry, the creators of PAX and Penny Arcade. Well, I'm hanging out in line, the merch line, to get my Penny Arcade pins, which is something I am an enthusiast about. I think they're great. It's a lot of fun. It's like a trading game, like I've mentioned before.
Yeah.
But as we're in line, all of a sudden, Jerry comes out of nowhere. He comes
Tycho?
out of Tycho.
Yeah.
He comes out of nowhere, and he's just talking with people in line, getting his pins ready to trade with everybody. Like, and a couple people were stopping him, like, hey, can we trade with you now? He's like, well, I don't have my lanyard, but yeah, sure, here, let's trade, have some fun. Here's some bids. And I missed him that time because I didn't have, like, any fodder.
Oh, you didn't have your stuff on you?
I had it all on me, but I didn't have a fodder pin ready to trade for him.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't have one ready to trade him. So, yeah.
So you didn't get to trade with him, but you saw him.
I didn't get to trade with him then. I traded with him later on at the staff trading, which we'll go into later.
Okay, so PAX is a, if you don't know, and maybe I should have started with this, PAX is a video game expo and convention. Maybe splitting hairs on the definition there, but there's in PAX South, there's multiple PAXs around the country. PAX South is in San Antonio at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center. And Gabe and Tycho, Mike and Jerry, they created the Penny Arcade comic strip, the web comic, and began the Penny Arcade Expo, shortened to PAX. There we go. This was year number 4.
For San Antonio.
For San Antonio. PAX has been going on for a long time.
Right.
So, yes, and Trexas says Cal was a great tour guide. And this is what I'll touch on a little bit, is having you and Nerdez like plan out like the stuff to do and to see, because it's big and it's overwhelming. It's a smaller PAX than other PAXs, but there's
a lot of stuff to do.
There's a lot of stuff to do. So you got to trade with, did you get to trade with Tycho and Gabe, both of them, by the time the weekend was over?
Yep.
Okay. And how do you fucking sniff them out?
Well, so when it comes to them, and I'll also bring this over here as well, since I have it handy dandy.
Okay.
I also have their autographs on my badge.
Oh, yeah,
in
pull
case,
that way. It's up there. Yeah, you see at the bottom.
Because, well, they're very involved in Penny Arcade, the pin collection as well, and they super love it, and so does their staff. So every year at a certain time, they do a staff trading event, and no matter what, you'll get to go see them and talk to them there and trade pins with them because they're at the staff trading. So if you want to see them and not, trade a pin, you really can't do that because you're specifically there to trade pins with them. So it's pretty fun. So
you have we have a table of pins actually, and this is your haul.
This is my haul.
So this is a combination of trading and purchase, or all these were purchases?
No, some of them are traded for, some of them are played games for, some of them I bribed with a Starbucks.
So oh yeah, you bought Starbucks for someone and they gave you a pin.
That's right.
That's awesome. We have I'll have you point out a few of these for us, but we did a primer on Penny Arcade. It's on our YouTube channel where Calvin and I talk about the essence of Penny Arcade and what all it entails. It's a pin trading game.
Right.
And PAX is the biggest place to do it because that's where the Penny Arcade shit is.
Right. So I want to go over a couple of them real quick. So first off, the one that I pulled out right here. This is the set for PAX South 2018. Every
8-bit kitty is probably worth it alone.
Kemper. Everybody loves Kemper. But so every PAX has their own set, and everybody wants to trade for them.
Right.
For each core set of their PAX. So this is this year's core set.
Did you get 2 of these then?
No, because I already traded out my other one, so I only have 1 of these.
Oh, okay. So you got 2.
Yeah, I got 2.
You
and I traded
got
out
one for yourself,
already.
and then you got another one to trade because people across the country will want the PAX South ones that they can't.
Correct.
Cool.
So, and this year's theme was glitch, and that's why they're like 8-bit. The one right here, the man with the top hat, that's the mayor of the game, Watam.
That's kind of like Katamari Damacy.
Kind of like Katamari Damacy, same creator. You had to play that game to get that pin.
Hey, Grizzly Bexar, we have some of your photos coming up in a little bit, sir. And also Trexas as well. We have some of your photos coming up.
That's right, and Mr. Grizzly Bexar was there with half of some of these, pins me accomplishing. And this right here is the limited edition pin for this year's PAX.
Very cool.
Now,
of which you have 4.
I have 4 because I have a sneaking suspicion that at PAX East, West, and as well as Australia, it's all going to be D8s, D20s, D everything.
So you got 3 ready to go to trade for the alts.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you get the different colors.
That's called thinking ahead.
That's right. And a few of these were for some of the other games that they had there. I did, though, get to trade for the one I've been seeking after.
Right, this one's pretty bitchin'.
Which was my Mega Man pin, and if you all know me, I am a big Mega Man fan.
Yeah.
So, and the rest of the food pins, which are here, are all staff members. So all the food pins are staff. So
those are ones you got from trading with staff?
Correct.
Okay, Cool.
So.
Well, let's chat a little bit more then about like what we saw there. We managed to okay, so Friday we come down, we go and we meet Callie K who is head of the Good Noodle Gang Discord, and we had dinner. We went and looked at some stuff, and we had an absolute blast. And in a little bit when we get to pictures, right about 9:30, we'll get into pictures. And we can sort of give more of an explanation. But we got to hang out with Callie. We got to see some stuff on Friday. We walked around the expo hall. And to me, it's overwhelming. Again,
there's
PAX,
a lot.
It's
and you're right. It is definitely a lot.
So when you go to PAX, for the record, you're going to want to get the PAX South app, or whatever PAX you go to. Get the PAX app. It will have the schedule on it. It'll have maps on it. You can access it from your phone. Now, the thing that kind of blows about this specific convention center, for me, as a T-Mobile user at least.
It does for everybody.
Okay.
The access to your phone, your data, your anything is kind of shut off when you go into the convention center.
And that's fucking hard because like a couple of people in Discord wanted to know where we were so we could meet up with them, and I couldn't get back to them in time because I wouldn't know it until an hour later.
Right.
Then we had, it's even to access the app sometimes, the app is super helpful in planning, but when you're there trying to get it, that's a little frustrating.
Right.
But PAX app will have all the stuff you need
It'll
on it.
have everything.
Verizon was trash too. Confirms Callie K. So we go around the expo floor, and there was some cool stuff there. But especially with PAX South, because it's indie, like I said earlier, you want to take your time.
Yep.
You don't just want to breeze through because you'll spend 30 minutes walking around and you'll feel like there's nothing there. But if you stop and talk to people and like, tell me about your game, they'll talk to you about your game.
They'll love to talk to you about it,
So we did the expo floor. That's about the only thing we did on Friday, but we were on the expo, that's so hard for me to say, for a while. I did go to buy the Capcom store, and we were there at like noon or 1 on Friday, and so they had been open for 2 or 3 hours, and at noon or 1 on Friday, Capcom store was going, we're almost sold out, we're not getting restocked, and I'm like, you assholes.
On some of their stuff, yeah.
Like, really?
I almost bought something.
I realize that's a sales tactic. Like, I know that they have a limited amount, and then they say they're running out, so but I know what it is.
Not on day one.
But, like, doing that on Saturday afternoon or Sunday, like, I get you.
Yeah.
Day one, Friday, we're running out of shit. I went up to the guy and I asked him, why'd you bring 10 things?
Yeah,
and he just had a laugh. And he was like, we just have a limited stock of stuff we bring. Okay. I love Capcom, and I'm looking forward to Monster Hunter. Resident Evil 7 is one of my favorite games of all time. But come on, guys. Like, you don't have to do that. Anyway, I asked Nerdez, what do you want to do? And there was a giant inflatable pug, which is the We Love Fine and the Savers?
Not sure.
A merch. It's like gamer merch and stuff.
Okay.
And so she was like, I want to go to that big inflatable pug. So we went over and they have like these adorable Pugly like shirts and stuff like that.
Oh, very nice.
So Nerdez got a Pugly shirt. I wanted a fucking Dark Souls anything, and there wasn't anything. Couldn't find anything.
So to the internet you go.
I see. Yeah. Marketing majors need jobs too. And Grizzly says that pug asshole though. Yeah, on all of the Pugly stuff, there's a little anus on everything. So if you're wearing a Pugly hat, there's a little anus on the back of it. If you get a Pugly stuffed animal, there's a little anus on the back of it. Just a little X. It's the cutest anus you've ever seen, Cal. I guarantee you.
That's all right.
Do you want to come back?
Nothing about a dog's ass that makes me think it's cute. Okay, I'm just gonna put that out
Relatively speaking, it's the cutest anus you'll ever see.
No.
Maybe except for our outro image on the stream team where Crazy Cat Lady, where Whitney is holding her dog.
That's fair enough.
But, so what on the expo floor really got you, besides the game stuff that you already mentioned?
Besides the game stuff that I was already into, I mean, I just liked being in the environment. Like
just like hanging out.
Yep. I like being in the environment. I like I went and sat down and we watched some of the Smash tournament. And that was awesome because I could never dream to play the Smash. They were playing Smash Invitational, which I believe is the That's not the Wii U. That's the Switch one, right? The Invitational.
I'm not sure.
I do not know.
I'm not sure. I think the most recent Smash is on the Wii U.
But it was, these guys were stellar, and it was super like jaw dropping watching them perform. I mean, because it was a tournament.
Smashers are hardcore.
It was like
that may not be your scene, but those guys and girls like really fucking hone. Like they honed in on their craft.
Yeah, that tournament was for I think $4,000 goes to the winner. So there you go.
Purple Saint says, of course, Stevo loves dog ass.
See, way to go. See,
that's not what I said. But did you get to interact with any of the like indie devs?
Not as much, no. Okay. I didn't seek them out as much, but the indie devs that I did talk to was the game Watam that I played, which was from the creators of Katamari Damacy, and it was just as weird and just as like bizarre as you would think.
I miss Katamari Damacy, so I'm gonna look this game up for sure.
This game is basically you have a sad mayor who's all alone, and all of a sudden like these weird sound like you know, a rock comes to life, and he's like, oh, a friend, and like, you know, you go grab the rock's hand, and then like you dance around, and then you like another bigger rock comes to life, and then like a mouth and a nose come from out of nowhere, and you eat things, and
oh, that's cool.
It's and like a toilet with a face, like you flush things. I don't know. It gets really weird really quick.
So what about the Saturday? So on Saturday, we went to a couple of panels, and Callie went through the panel specifically on her channel earlier, so you could check out her VODs for like the you know, information from within the panels themselves.
All right.
But we went to Twitch 201. The title for that was, now you've got a regular viewership, where do you go from here?
Right.
And the second one that we saw was called Twitch and Self-Care, or Streaming and Self-Care, how to care for yourself while you're streaming. And the first one, I don't know if I would have called that 201. I was sort of thinking that would have been like, so they talked a lot about like business cards and branding and stuff like that. And that is super helpful information, and everyone should see that. You should have gone. I know you had no interest in it, but you should have gone. You would have learned something.
That's what you're here for.
But I'm happy to hold your hand as you go through. I will carry you. I will carry you on Twitch marketing if you carry me through PUBG.
Thank you. See?
Deal?
Trade-off.
Okay. But it was stuff that there were some things that I learned. A lot of it, though, was stuff that sort of at the level we're at, we'd already sort of figured out on our own. But there were some really basic things like, you know, choose the basic information they gave was like, choose 2 colors. Don't worry about a logo. Just choose 2 colors. Be consistent across everything. Be consistent with your colors on all your social media accounts. Use the same colors. This goes for fonts as well. We have 2 fonts that we use for pretty much everything on all our marketing stuff.
See, I'm learning.
You have, you know, when you build up your viewership and stuff, the logo and everything will like come later, and that stuff shifts over time. So, but and consistency, stream schedule consistency, and being communicative with your viewers. You know, there's stuff. It's stuff that even if I hadn't, like, even if it's stuff that I'd sort of figured out on my own, like in terms of our fonts and colors and everything like that, it was good to hear someone else say who was a successful Twitch streamer, because they can be like, okay, I'm on the right track, you know?
Yeah.
So getting that confirmation was super helpful.
And I want to ask a question. Purple saying, what do you mean Twitch is dying? I want you to elaborate on that. How is Twitch dying?
Twitch is dying now. Joseph says, I see 3 fonts in this window. Okay, that's fair. You do see 3 fonts because the newest sub font I can't customize in OBS. There's a set ones that I have to use for. Oh, he said not Twitch is dying like as a platform. He's saying nothing is loading in Twitch.
Oh,
he was like, I don't know.
I think
but
it's going strong.
And then the second one was about self-care, and that was presented by an organization called takethis.org. And they focus a lot on...
Did they tell you to like shower and shave?
No, it was actually about like mental health. Like,
mental health.
How not to... It was... So both of these panels were supposed to be about a thing, and they kind of were, but I didn't feel like that they really were as in-depth on the topic as I wanted them to be. And this is sort of pot calling the kettle black. Sometimes that happens on our podcast. I have this idea for a stream, and then we end up talking very shallowly about the subject, and anyway, something I'm sensitive to, so I can tell when, you know, the second one was had a lot of good information as well. They also talked about how to deal with yourself and viewers if you are having anxiety or depression, and how to stream if you're having depression or not to.
Right.
If a viewer comes in and says something that, you know, they may be suffering
hurtful.
from something,
Okay.
or is hurt. Yeah, they talked about harassment as well. All super, super helpful. So yeah, check out Callie's VOD in her channel. And it's all stuff that actually they may have streamed themselves at PAX that, and if you guys want to like talk about these things in depth, we totally can, but they were good. I'm glad I went. I got to meet some streamers. Kate Stark is a streamer, and she's twitch.tv/Kate. Like, she's got Kate.
Wow.
Which is
how do you get that?
fucking awesome.
Impressive.
She's partnered, and hearing her perspective and contrasting with other perspectives as well was really cool. So the panels were good. And that's the kind of thing that I love at PAX, is meeting other streamers, learning more about streaming,
and
learning new things. And so I got to do the panels that I wanted to do. They weren't a letdown. It was just a little tangential to what I was really hoping for. But then Saturday night, you went to you did a couple of badass concerts.
That was on Friday and Saturday night, were the concerts we went to. One was a NES, not just NES, but I want to say video game enthusiasts mariachi band.
That's so fucking cool.
It's like mariachi entertainment, something I bet Brixelbear could tell you. And it was awesome. Like, it was super interesting. And I could never imagine, because normally I'm not like, yeah, man, mariachi band.
Oh, you're not? I fucking love mariachi bands.
Like, let's go. Like, no, I'm not.
If you invited me tomorrow night to go see a mariachi band, I would accept.
All right. Like, but that's not.
Not tomorrow night. I have a stream, but you know what I mean.
I understand. But that's not normally what I'm. And there you
Mariachi
go.
Entertainment System is what
So look them up.
says.
Please look up Mariachi Entertainment System.
Also, Callie had a good note. Both panels got hung up a lot on the basics, and yeah, that's what happened.
Now, and I'm about to get into that, JB. So, first off, we watched Mariachi Entertainment System. Super great. They did music from, like, Kirby, from Zelda, from Mario, to even Final Fantasy. They did Final Fantasy VII Chocobo Racing. It was awesome. Super fun. We also saw MC Frontalot on Friday night.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And, you know, he did a great show. It's not typically my thing, but I was entertained. And then the next day, we saw... I have their album right here, just because I have it on me.
Yeah.
Which is Bit Brigade. And JB, you just mentioned this. So Bit Brigade, what they do is they have a speedrunner during their show.
That is part of their band.
That is part of their band. And they have a couple different shows that they do. They have a Mega Man 2, they have a Zelda, a Castlevania, and I believe another one. I can't think of it right now.
So each performance is one game.
One game.
And there's a live band playing the soundtrack to that game in a style.
In a metal style. Like,
in a metal style.
Metal style,
like,
all instruments, no vocals. And so he's playing the game. Every time they go into a different dungeon, different boss, different anything.
What happens if he dies?
Then they would probably play Game Over music.
You say you're saying he went through the whole thing and didn't die.
Not once. My jaw was on the floor the entire time.
You saw him speedrun the original Legend of Zelda.
The original NES version of Legend of Zelda. Did not die. One-hit bosses. Like double grenade. It was insane. My jaw was on the floor.
Awesome.
It was amazing. So yeah, he's a speedrunner. They don't die.
Well, yeah, but speedrunners can make a mistake, right?
The mistakes that this man made were purposeful mistakes. When he got hit, it was to glitch through a wall.
Huh.
When he was running through.
I don't know that I'd call that a mistake, but what
I'm saying, if he was to get hit, it was to do something.
I can't.
He knew where every bush to burn was. He knew where every wall to bomb was. He knew the levels in the dark without the candle. He didn't get the boomerang.
We should have a podcast on speedrunners just in general.
Awesome.
I'm gonna write that down.
I was in shock and awe.
So this is and we're gonna get into pictures here in a second, but this is my thing that I will say about PAX. Earlier on Callie's stream, she said that you can wing PAX. You can go in and just sort of look around and find things at your leisure and do stuff.
You can.
And I think that's possible. But if I really think that if you really have to look at the schedule ahead of time, plan with your friends what you want to do. And what I tried to do was my goal, what I wanted to do was go down, spend time at PAX, and then also spend time at JB's doing gaming and streaming. And because I had 2 of those intentions, I wasn't able to do either one to the fullest extent.
Right.
And so part of me wishes that I'd gotten to like stream and game with Nerdez and Just Gravy and Game Guy and all of them.
Right.
Although we did get to game some, and it was super fun. And then the other part of me is like, we should have spent more time like at PAX. No, we're gonna pack a backpack and we're not coming back from PAX until till tonight.
Yep.
It's gonna be the day.
And that's what I did.
So we'll if we need to rest, we'll go to the AFK room,
the lounging room,
or go to the lounge. Yeah. If we need a bite to eat, we'll go to the
down the street
cafe or down the street.
Yep.
If we want a game, let's go check out the console room or the PC land or something like that. So my recommendation: PAX is expensive.
It is expensive. It's not cheap. Just come knowing that you're spending some money.
You don't have to stay, although if you're the kind of person that likes to be on campus the whole time, it's going to be expensive to stay in the hotel. It just is.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, but if you like to be if you like to be campus on the PAX environment the entire time, that's not expensive.
So not buying your PAX badge, just for... If you've already bought your PAX badge, right?
Right.
And you're planning financially to go to PAX South 2019.
Right.
You're going to stay in a hotel room. Let's say you only need the hotel room Friday night, Saturday night.
Right.
Let's say you're just doing those 2, okay? So you need your 2 nights of hotel, there's a parking fee, there's food, there's merch.
No, I wouldn't say there's a parking fee if you drop your car off at a friend's house or if you take the train down.
There may be ways around that, but if you're even if you're going to park at the hotel you're staying at,
I'd say bring $500
for the whole weekend.
I'd say less than that because you're splitting it with friends.
If you can split a hotel room with friends, it can help. But I would be prepared to spend $500 that weekend on all of your stuff, so that you're covered with food. Callie mentioned that the parking in the hotel they stayed at was $42 per day.
We found $11 parking on the street.
They ended up doing public parking, but I'm just saying, please plan when you do. So we'll go to the first bit of PAX General shots, and we'll just we're going to play a slideshow. Here's Sarah and Game Guy. Game Guy's got Ace, Bella, and Jake on him.
He exists.
He does exist. We
Game
got to
Guy's
hang
a
out
real
with him.
person.
His feet are fucking huge.
He got big old monster feet. Are they Hobbit-like feet too, though? Or are they like covered in an egregious amount
I
of
never
hair?
saw his feet unclothed.
Okay.
But this is at JB's beautiful home. He opened up to pretty much anybody that wanted to. He even said, if you see other people and they want to come hang out,
as long as they're not homeless,
as long
bring them on.
as long as they're not, going to shoot up in the living room, you can totally do that. I can't see the slideshow tip. The pic has my address in the top right. Would depend on whether or not you're sharing a hotel room with people. Yeah, so like $500 is doable. It may not be like literally the thing, but we got to crash JB, so we saved money that way.
Yeah, and I did it somewhere else and saved money as well
by not being there. And I'm guessing that the slideshow is not clicking on its own, going on its own for some reason, and that's okay. But we will. I don't know if our slideshow is going to work or not, but we had Game Guy cook for us on Saturday night. He made beef and broccoli. It was absolutely wonderful. We had all got to go as a group during the day and visit the panels and stuff. Let's see if the cosplay one will work. So here is this is Nier, I believe, cosplay.
I don't know what's that from.
This is Nier Automata.
What is Nier?
It is a PS4 RPG.
Okay.
And they have a really cool sword.
Did you look at the bottom of the sword?
I did look at the bottom of the sword. Did you look at the bottom of the sword?
No, I didn't. I just looked at square in the eyes.
Grizzly Bexar is the photo credit for this one, and there was a lot of cool cosplay. If our slideshows are being wonky, that's totally fine. What I'll do is I will post the pictures on our Facebook page, and you guys can flip through some, and I will credit both Grizzly and Trexus who made who took our pictures this weekend with Cal as well. But that's okay. Looks like we're clicking now.
Oh, it's like speed zone.
Woohoo! Okay, Cal.
This is a Vi cosplayer from League of Legends.
League of Legends. You took this picture, so I knew it was League of Legends. And this is May from Overwatch.
Correct.
I know some Overwatch people. Like, some Overwatch characters.
I'm proud of you.
Any ideas?
I believe that's League of Legends. That's a Nami cosplay from League of Legends.
Fantastic.
It's a gender bender cosplay.
And also, again, I think this is a gender bent Inuyasha.
Yes.
I used to watch Inuyasha as a kid. I fucking love that show.
You would.
Yeah, I love the show. There's you with a diva.
Yes, that is the poor diva.
Poor diva.
poor diva with her.
So good. And Alex with Doomfist.
That is Doomfist
from Overwatch.
That was an awesome Doomfist cosplayer.
Yeah, fantastic. This is M. Bison, and I'm not sure the other one.
And his friend.
M. Bison and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to downplay it, but bitchin' Jedi.
That's a good Jedi.
It's the beard. I think the beard really does it. JB, there's some goals for you, dude.
I like the stash though.
The Sims. Sarah freaked out. We saw the Sims cosplayers, and Sarah's a big Sims fan.
Random question: does he still have his mustache though?
Jonathan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So mustache strides are still available?
Yeah.
Okay.
Electronic music.
No. They go back if you can.
I don't know that we can.
That is the name of a band called Soul Brothers. Like Super Soul Brothers. And what they do is they have awesome soul music to all like Mario tunes, whatever, all music, and they're amazing.
Fantastic. Do you know this one? I did not know the Giant Spoon cosplay.
Nope.
Okay. Fantastic cosplay, sir. I am sorry that we didn't get your... And this is Grizzly Bexar's Waldo and Carmen Sandiego.
Carmen Sandiego, wow.
Yeah. Which, I mean, you see them together, you have to take a picture.
That's right.
This is phenomenal cosplay. I don't know what it's from, but the accessories are fucking amazing. How does one Sims cosplay? You speak in Simlish. And again, this is like phenomenal cosplay work by some people here this year.
Yeah.
I can't place the character.
Again, don't know some of these either.
But the cosplayers over like in the last 15 years have been fucking awesome. Oh, this is Senwa from Hellblade, which is a really bitchin' game I've heard, and I'm really excited to play it. Spoon is Fire Emblem. Thank you, Trexus.
Ghostbusters.
And these Ghostbusters were fucking cool looking. Oh, that was Widowmaker on the right from that one, says Game Guy. And this is us. It's the group. Cal, I'm not sure what you're cosplaying. I see Chicken Express and
I'm
a
still
backpack.
actually cosplaying PUBG.
Is that so?
Yeah.
And this was the Mariachi Band, right?
That was the Mariachi Band, absolutely.
Mariachi Entertainment System.
They were awesome.
This is that Hyperlight Drifter? I think it's Hyperlight Drifter. Which is super awesome. Cuphead.
That game is so good. I see that's a game you need to watch me stream.
I bought it. Sarah and I are gonna give it a roll.
You haven't played it yet?
Not yet.
Prepare to hate yourself.
Cade. Look at Cade in all his magnificent Destiny glory.
I was gonna say, that's Destiny, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Is it holding a chicken?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a PUBG cosplay.
Yeah, that's PUBG.
Instantly, I knew that was a PUBG cosplay.
Yeah, because it's the exact same as the screen.
Yeah.
See, mine was still PUBG. It's just like, different.
That may also... No, I don't want
Destiny.
to... Okay, I thought that might be a Destiny cosplay. The Masked Kid.
That's right.
From Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask.
Very well done. Very well done stuff. Again, don't know what that is, but fucking radical.
But that's awesome. That's a good job. That's what that is.
Yeah, that is a good job is what that is. Mario and Toad Jedi.
All right.
In Jedi robes with Mario stuff on it. That is clever as shit.
It's clever. Yeah,
I like it.
That is going to be Ari from League of Legends with Jax.
I love the color on the tails.
Both of them.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I know this streamer. This is Mercy from Overwatch, but this is Hey Kona. And Hey Kona is actually a Texas streamer.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know her personally, but I've been in her stream
Wonder
before.
Woman.
Fantastic fucking Wonder Woman.
Yep.
That's like movie prop
she's
style.
Stunning.
Fucking aced it. I am a sucker for Pyramid Head.
Yep.
Who's scary as fucking shit.
Silent Hill.
Yep. Silent Hill 2. Very well done. And we're at the Nier Automata, which you have to get a full good look at the sword for that to go. But and Grizzly Bexar says the Wonder Woman was so nice to talk to. That's awesome. That's wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah, do that. So so we can possibly get the other filters working.
Okay, fantastic.
So there's
This was our Sarah and Game Guy, Nerdez. And Game Guy probably just had his fill of chicken dinner or something.
He's relaxed as hell.
There's
me.
Revere. The rear.
The rear.
Yeah, the rear with your frying pan.
That's me and JB.
This is the entrance of the convention center before you go into the expo. That's the little PAX sign down there on the left. There's Cal, JB, and Game Guy, who's stealing Cal's wallet.
He's also using his like +6 dodge move on camera.
On cameras. This is Trexus, Game Guy, Lauren, me, and Nerdez in front of the PAX sign. That's Calamo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's clever. I didn't even. That is. I don't know what to do with that.
And PUBG in front of the Alienware cosplay. Were you trying to get something?
I was trying to get something.
What were you trying to get?
I was trying to get some free merch.
Oh, and this was the Friday night feast. There's Callie on the left. We have Chuck, Crystal, Callie's fella. It's you and Dave and Alex back there. Mm-hmm. And the big-ass motherfucking dragon from Monster Hunter World, which is literally the biggest thing in there.
Yeah, it was huge.
And we're going to give you a series of shots from the expo floor, starting looking from the left. You're up on top, you're looking to the left. That's about half of it, and we're going to move sort of slightly to the right as we go with this one. So you get a look at what the expo floor is.
It's a lot of walking.
There's a lot on the floor, and at the same time, it feels like there's not. But again, if you just sort of glance over everything, it feels like there's not much there. So you want to go through, play some games, talk to some devs, take your time. This is the indie one.
And there's a lot of people here too.
Yeah.
So you gotta dodge the people and get involved, and make yourself known, or stand in the line and be patient.
Right. Yes. And there's the digital PAX that Dave took a picture of.
That's right. Cause the theme this year was glitch.
Yep. I really like that logo. There's you, and there's Grizzly Bexar, who is the photographer along with Trexus in these photos, and Alex.
And
your pal Alex. This is the Minecraft table. There's some clever shit in there.
This was so fun and cool that they had the idea of
they just have basically
four
Legos,
tables
right?
Of Legos and build what you want.
Just build shit. There's Trexus and Cal. That's
go.
A shitload of cheese, my man.
Yeah,
that's enough for a Whataburger.
That's right. I'm cheesing. It's good. And back to the couch.
And yes, that we've made a full circle. That's fantastic. Just Gravy's yelling "Bear, Stevo's bear." I don't know why, but you're angering me. There's an X in there. It's also from Bexar County in San Antonio, right?
Don't look at me. I don't know San Antonio.
Sure.
I just live here.
But thank you to Trexus and to Grizzly. I won't even say the second part of your name because I'm angering Jonathan. But we overall, it was super fun. I learned a lot. I got to network, and I say this every year, but I'm saying it now again in front of everybody. Is that next year I'm going to PAX better.
Okay. I will hold. You can.
I need to.
If you feel like
plan.
If you feel like you want to leave the convention center, you text me, and I'll be like, no, and then you just stay. That's right.
Oh shit! Sorry, it is pronounced Bear County. The X
is silent. That's what Jonathan has been trying to tell you this whole time.
What?
See,
okay, South Texas, get your shit together.
That's
God. Or I'll get my shit. Nerdez says. Our producer said. She says, or just you in my ear. So yeah. Pardon me, everyone who lives in Bear County, and to Grizzly Bear, who I've been completely Texas Logic. This is Callie K. Thank you. So there's one question that I wanted to answer from Daylal, who actually wanted to add to the fan can, but had a good question that I just wanted to answer in general. It was, are you going to be able to trade or alter Gutter Nerd's points at all? Which is our loyalty system is nerd cred.
Right.
And so no, the nerd cred that you get is there's no trading or anything between people or viewers.
Right.
It's to prevent you from setting up multiple accounts, watching all at the same time, and then dumping them all, the points tripling up or whatever.
Right.
So no, same with sub perks. Sub perks are non-transferable because they're incentives for you to sub. And by the way, our new subs today, check out the perks below our page in the info panels below. We have several. And if you have questions, I am available on Twitter all the time to answer questions on how to redeem them. We want you to redeem them. We want to make stuff and do stuff for you. We want you to sub. So
One last thing.
Last things about PAX.
I did get to meet somebody at PAX and say hello to them.
Yeah?
Which was Patrick Rothfuss.
Oh, Patrick Rothfuss, who wrote In the Name of the Wind?
He wrote In the Name of the Wind is also part of Acquisitions Incorporated as well.
He's part of Acquisitions Incorporated?
Yeah.
That's Penny Arcade's D&D, basically, right?
Yeah, he's a big part of that.
No shit.
Yeah, he was actually at a bar enjoying drinking with people, and I was like, I'm a huge fan. You're a nice man, and you're very funny. And he was like, thank you. And then I fist bumped it and asked for a selfie, and he was like, well, if you take a photo, then like 40 people want a photo, so I'm sorry, but I hope you understand. And I was like, I do. No worries. Fist bump away. Like, you know.
That's awesome.
And it was great. Super nice.
That's cool.
That was also a highlight. That was really cool.
Mark is very excited about Pat Rothfuss.
Yeah, Pat Rothfuss is awesome.
And Grizzly Bear, if you want to post your Flickr link, go right ahead if people want to see your stuff. Same with Trexus. If you have a link that you want people to go see your stuff, you are welcome to post it in the chat if you want. The last thing that we do before we call it a night is we go to the can. This is the Gutter Nerds fan can. If you guys want to add a question, you can redeem nerd cred to do so in our loyalty system on PC only right now until Streamlabs gets their shit together and puts it on mobile. You can also tweet us if you don't nerd cred and just use the hashtag FanCan. Tweet us at Gutter Nerds. Ask us anything. It goes in the can. We draw one at random and we answer at the end of the night. This one. Okay. Calvin, do you prefer your buttholes bleached or au naturel? Let me be clear. I'm talking about your butthole.
Mine specifically.
Yeah.
Wow, it's
yeah.
Wow.
Let me answer before you do. Summer lovin' had me a blast. It's got to be bleached. Summer fun, summer love. You're all about the beach. You get a beach bleach going.
A beach?
You get your beach bleach going.
Why have you thought about this?
I was coming off the top of my head.
No, this is. There's
been a lot of buttholes tonight. That's true. There's
water.
2 on the podcast right now.
Wow. No, natural, dude. If it's mine, go natural. Like no, I'm just natural. It's all. I mean,
if I gave you $20, would you try it? If I paid for it and gave you $20, would you try it?
All right.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, I'm not gonna do it. Like,
yeah, I mean, if you're
I'm not gonna make you do that. I just want to know if you would. Fucking,
if you're gonna
look at this guy right here.
If somebody wants to pay something for me and it's as egregious as a butthole bleaching, then you know what? Sure.
That's like awesome. Wow, what a guy.
The stipulation is you got to look at it after it's done.
You could literally have, without that stipulation though, you could have gone in there just like, hey, look, I'm just going to sit here for 15 minutes. Come back and told me that you did it, and I'd have given you $20.
Yeah. No, that's the stipulation. That's the only thing. You gotta see what you have paid for.
Jonathan says, I was really referring to buttholes he encounters, not his own. Well, this says I'm talking about your butthole. It was pretty clear. Okay, wow, we learned a lot tonight.
That's right.
Overall, do you think that, before we go, overall, do you think that, where is PAX on your, like, favorite cons or expos? Is it up there? Or
it's up there until we decide to make a trip to BlizzCon.
BlizzCon?
Oh, yeah. I
don't know enough about Blizzard-specific games to, like...
Oh, we'll go, and you'll learn.
Like, I know Diablo, I know Overwatch, I know WoW.
You know StarCraft.
I know of them, Warcraft, but I don't really play them.
But you played them before, haven't you?
I've played World of Warcraft. I've played...
See, I never played WoW.
Diablo 3.
Okay, I played Diablo 1, 2, 3.
But I'm not invested in that culture, though. Is it still fun to go to if I'm not invested in Blizzard games? If I'm not actively playing them? Okay. Is it because of the parties?
Yes.
Okay. Game Guy would put bleach in a spray bottle, close his eyes, and just spray in the general direction. Cal would have a bleached backside. Well, follow-up question then. So, I love PAX, and I have a lot of fun going. I had a lot of fun this time.
Me too.
I very much want to plan for the next one, and I'm considering, in terms of cons and stuff this year, the other considerations will be Let's Play, which we usually do.
Right.
What was the other one? Retropalooza we usually do. And we may do SoonerCon because Red 6 told us we need to do SoonerCon.
That has to do with Oklahoma, though.
It's in Oklahoma.
Like,
But, and probably not as much as I'd love to. I don't think I can afford to go to TwitchCon this year unless something crazy happens, but I would love to go to fucking
that'd be
TwitchCon.
super fun.
TwitchCon would be the shit. So, Stevo, it was just about the parties, yeah.
It's always
I
about
knew
the
it.
parties. I mean, I didn't even really get drunk this year, not at PAX.
I'm so sorry.
I didn't even drink
Oh,
that much.
last note before we go, Chuck and Jonathan made a shot that apparently already exists called a sunburn. They called it a Caribbean Christmas, and it was a shot of half Malibu, half Fireball.
I don't know how I feel about that. That just sounds disgusting.
Grizzly Bear tried it. He was not impressed.
Like, I can do, like, some shots. Like, I'm all about it.
We can start saving now for TwitchCon 2019, probably.
Yeah, do it.
I mean, shit, I may be able to start saving now for
invest
18
in some Bitcoin,
because it's later in
you'll
the
get produced.
invest in Bitcoin. You know, the day after you told me you invested in Bitcoin, it was like Bitcoin's down 60%, or it wasn't. It was like 13%. But I was like, oh fucking Cal, I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
If you guys were at PAX and you saw us, feel free to drop us a note. If we missed you, I apologize. That was my fault in not planning properly, and a network problem in that it was hard for me to respond to people instantly. So next time will be better, I promise. And if you want to go to PAX and you have questions about it, feel free to let us or anybody else know.
And Trexus, just to clarify, I did say I didn't drink much.
Right. That's relatively speaking to normal Calvin drinking volume.
Like, I drank on Saturday night, like, only, really. Like, I didn't drink anything on Friday night.
Yeah, you had it all together?
I had that one drink over at Jonathan's house,
Mm-hmm.
but that's pretty much it.
I had that one drink on Friday and I drank Saturday, but other than that, I didn't drink anything at all. Is what you're saying?
No, I didn't drink heavily.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't.
I see.
I wasn't like.
You didn't get all crazy. Okay.
Yeah. No.
Well, guys, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All of our highlights are for our Twitch channel or on YouTube as well. You can watch the podcast on YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube, you should follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/gutternerds, so you can watch live and participate in the conversation. My name is Steven.
I'm Calvin.
And we'll see you guys next time.